The Wiseguys TCG10. Use it as our coupon code on inkgaming.com. It gets you a discount.
What's going on, guys? It's Greg Farley from the Wiseguys, aka Pegasus, and I missed you on Tech Thursday, man. I'm sorry. I got super duper busy, priorities, life. It happens. We got to talk about a card, man. Shooting RISER Dragon. Shout out to the homie Taylor. He's a teammate, awesome person. Even though he's a Rockets fan and he discussed me to the depths of my soul, he's still a good friend and a good teammate and an awesome testing partner. So after Nats, I was tired of playing striker. I said, let me start playing Pendulum like I was with Endymion. I love Endymion. But putting Endymion aside, this is just Pendulum in general. Pendulum is a crazy deck that's only going to get better after the ban list. Let's talk about this card and why the hell it's sitting right here in front of your eyes. This card is insane, and there will be a combo at the end of the video. So if you want to skip me talking, just jump forwards. You'll see the number at the bottom of the screen. But anyway, a lot of times in our Pendulum boards, they end up with crazy boards, like Hieratic Spheres is over here. Let's just say it's all the way over here, but I'm gonna squeeze it in a little bit. And then, you got Vortex over here, and you made him with Agripane and Elpie, and then squeezed it over here, which this combo may become a little bit different or harder to do if they ban Elpie, which is gonna happen because Elpie is entirely too unfair. And you end with, let's say, Savage over here. That's just usually like a natural way to end the field. If you're playing Zephyr, you got the counter trap back behind it. But for all intents and purposes, let's say you're not playing Zephyr, this is pretty formidable alone. If you use the triple burst, this is pretty formidable. It's gonna be back here. Let's just use it right there like that. And let's say, so this is here, but it's gonna be all the way over here. And let's say with the Destrudo that you have, you synchroed off, any magician in your deck or any remaining level 4, and you made RISER Dragon. So Destrudo went back to the bottom of your deck. Now, this is where the combo is. When you send off of his effect, which basically can be any level 6, so think about Jackal, Evil Empower, Aether the Evil Empower, and Dragon. Anything that's level 6, or you can make your own combos. This card is so nuts that you can make your own combo. You can ignore everything I'm saying and do your own combos. If I send a 6, this becomes a 1, so it drops whatever level. It's a synchro, it's a tuner, it's a dragon, it's a light type. It's insane. This is why it's insane, because if I drop it to level 1, granted, Cyber's Quantum is an extraordinarily powerful card, and a lot of people say, well, this is just win more. But to have the ability to move all this stuff out of the way, to have the ability to have these two cards to come out beside him is absolutely insane. Now you're wondering, how the hell did you just make this? Well, if let's say you negated with this already, so let's say you're playing Altergeist or some kind of back row deck, Paleo, any deck that uses a whole lot of back row, True Draco, I could go on and on and on. If you already use your negate with Savage and your opponent is setting a lot of back row, he's a tuner synchro. Crystron Phoenix himself takes 1 tuner synchro and 1 non-tuner synchro monsters. 1 tuner synchro and 1 plain synchro. And when you synchro the two together, this is an 8, and this became a 1 because you dropped it by 6. That's 9. So when you synchro those two together, you have Crystron Phoenix. And then you have a Harpies Feather Duster. Now, it's a really, really hard to set up Trisbania. Okay, but did you lose any of your back row? No, because it's a Harpies Feather Duster. It's insane to me. When my teammate Taylor found this, I thought it was absolutely insane. And I kind of wished I had played at Nats instead of playing Striker and getting bored out of my mind. I wish I had played Pendulum. Also, you can use, by the same token, the negate here. You can have the Savage still over here, and you can negate here, and then if your opponent is playing a deck that pressures with a lot of monsters on the board, and these are optimal super duper hands like that. Sometimes you may only end up with just that, which is still pretty formidable itself, but you may want to make that quantum instead. You never know. It just comes, you got to take whatever the situation is for what it is. But this, he's a 1. Vortex is a 7. So when you synchro the two together, 7 and 1, you drop Supreme Dragon Clearwing. What is he? He's basically Bomber Dragon. He's a red Geki. He destroys everything, and he's a Ring of Destruction when he runs something over. Now, if you don't like that, you say it's win more, you know it is what it is, man. Like I said all the time, techs are techs. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. I feel like stuff like this can still be done even if LP gets banned or not, but that's enough of me talking. If you're still here hanging out at the end of the video, we appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure you also subscribe to TCG Collectibles, my bro Hernan's team. Awesome team. You know they did well in Atlanta. This is an awesome cloth mat. Good friend of mine. He's like a little brother to me. Make sure you check out their page too, man, and buy some singles from them. YG baby.